Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
There's literally nothing anyone can ever do to make me question my worth because I am literally my dream girl. I wake up every single day and I'm like, this is exactly who I want to be.
No one cares all that much to make you question your worth, but if your worth is questionable, then they will question your worth.
It really is so hard to meet a man that you really like. And I hear this from a lot of women too. Versus, for example, my brother. I feel like it's very easy for my brother to meet women that he likes, whether it's on the apps or just out at bars. My brother is in the top 5% of men. He's tall, he's attractive, he's athletic, he works in finance, he's funny, he's sweet, good family. Whereas for like a beautiful, well-rounded woman, it's just not that easy. Like there's not many great options of men. Just really seems like there's some disparity of like there being a lot of really great available women and there's just really not many great available men. I don't know particularly why, but I'm not interested in hearing men in the comments. I will say that right now because men love to like comment some weird shit every single time.
Yes, they'll use logic and common sense in your comments, that's why you don't want to hear from men. A good example would be you took time to explain why your brother is a great match for women, but when the time came to explain why women are so great, you stopped at beautiful and well-rounded women. Now why'd you do that? Why'd you stop after that? You would think you would be able to come up with some examples of what makes women great, right? Because I am sorry, but you will need more than beautiful.
So, for the first time, young people are the most miserable generation. It used to be for a long time middle aged people. As most Gen Z are adults or approaching adulthood now, when we try to have adult conversations and bring up adult topics like the job market, the economy, grocery prices, gas prices, the administration in office, we are met with the perception of us that we're whiny, that we're entitled, that we're lazy, that we don't want to work, that all we care about is going on our phone.
Pretty crazy, right? Now, why would anyone get that weird idea? Or better yet, who would they get that idea from?
Okay, I think it's time somebody start this series called Millennial Boot Camp where I, a Gen Z, tell you what we're doing, what we're not doing, social media etiquette. If you want to leave a hate comment, don't because it's not that serious. Okay, starting off with Instagram fonts. These are absolute no's. They scream millennial. I hate them so much. There's no reason why you should be using these. These fonts are fine. I really won't think twice about it, but these ones are the best, the most aesthetic. We're also not saying slay in real ways anymore. We're saying it in sarcastic ways. The new slay is literally just this. Nod your head, silence, because I guess this means 8 in sign language. So you're saying like, yes, you ate with that.
And when you add all this to crying about someone using the thumbs up emoji, pretty crazy to think that someone will get the crazy idea that all you do is moan and complain.
Okay, so I finally figured out why being single in your late 20s, 30s is so difficult. And it's not going to be the reason why you think. It is because everybody else, all of your friends, everybody else you know is in a relationship or married. And this has nothing to do with feeling like you should be where they're at. And it has more to do with being able to see others and spend time with others the amount you want to while you are now single. Being newly single, all I want to do is spend time with my girlfriends. I'm so excited about this phase of my life. I'm embracing it. I'm loving it. I'm really just like enjoying my independence and just like rediscovering what it is I want for myself in my life. But the people I do want to spend my time with is my friends, my family, pouring into my career, my work, and I just want more community than ever to enjoy life with. And that's not because I don't have a boyfriend, that's because I've always just craved that and wanted that. But as I get older, as we get older, everybody starts to migrate into their own life, and it becomes more and more normalized to spend majority of your time with just your significant other. Whether we think this is healthy or not, this is just what society has deemed as normal.
Yes, ladies, she's absolutely right. If you get married and you want to spend time with your husband, it's just because society has pushed that idea on you, not because you want to. And know that if you are doing that, you just have the audacity to not be at her beck and call whenever she wants you to. Not convinced? Let's watch one more then.
As a child-free person, it is quite a common experience to feel sad when somebody announces that they're pregnant, if they were maybe one of your last friends that didn't have kids, or you thought that maybe they were going to be child-free like you. I think this happens quite a lot, and people like me feel really guilty for feeling that way, or feel like they're a bad friend, they're a bad person, there's something wrong with them. But the more time has gone on, the more I've realized it's actually really normal. It is normal to grieve having people change when you thought maybe they were going to be the person that was going to be living the same or a similar life to you, having that connection, having that common ground, and losing it. It's okay to grieve that. It's very normal. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad friend.
No, it doesn't. What it does, it makes you a horrible friend. And no, it's not normal either. You're supposed to be happy for your friends regardless if you're on their level or not. If they win the lottery tomorrow and they'll be rich and you're not, you are still supposed to be happy for them, not mourn the fact that they are not living in poverty anymore.
I'm a serial long distance dater, and earlier this year I flew out of state to meet the love of my life, who it turns out was actually just a frat boy. And I had been talking to this guy on and off for like 6 months, and I was like, baby, I feel a connection with you. And he was like, yo, dude, me too. And I was like, okay, it's the day after my birthday. I'm gonna fly out and I'm gonna see you. That's my little gift to myself. Right. Now the thing is, when we would be on our like off periods, it's because we were both seeing people that lived in our states. And so I get there and he's like, nobody can know that you're here. And I'm like, no, why? I just spent $500 on a plane ticket. What do you mean nobody can know that I'm here? And he's like, oh, well, like, the girl I was seeing actually lives in my building, and she's crazy. What did you do to her? What do you mean she's crazy? What did you do? What did you do? So I'm like, okay. So he's, like, sneaking me in and out of the house, and we're doing, like, these little, like, road trips, whatever. Just anywhere we can be, like, away from the crazy girl that I'm like, I know you did something, but okay. I'd love to meet her. Put us in a room together. I would love to get down to the bottom of this. I never did, because at the very end of the trip, he drops me off at the airport and is like, okay, bye. And I'm like, you're not even gonna give me a hug? You're not even gonna give me a kiss? I just spent 5 days in your bed. What's wrong with you?
Well, he knew where your mouth has been. But anyway, there were 2 more minutes of this. Aren't I lucky? So he grew up in Beverly Hills, so I'm guessing he's poor. And then she moved to LA and he used to visit her every now and again. And then he got bored, and that looks like a badly performed breast implant surgery. And what did he do to make her crazy? Well, never mind that. What did he do to make you crazy? Oh no, wait, you just told us. And if I was to give you my best guesses, you've always been like that.
You know when they coined that phrase back in the 1800s, making a living? Our generation is finally cracking the code and figuring out what they meant by that. Because let me tell you, I went to go get blood work done today. The middle-aged doctor asked me, what's your occupation? I knew the look I was going to get when I said TikTok, so I said self-employed. He said, oh, be more specific, who's your employer? Are you your own boss? And I said, well, technically no. He asked me about, just all these random questions. I said, I finally, you know what? I shop online. And people like it. What do you want from me? Take my blood. The look that I got today, though, was more than just judgment. It was envy of a sort.
Right. Now, see, I'm not saying a doctor wouldn't be jealous of a TikToker. That could happen, but I guess what I'm saying is, no, I don't think a doctor would be envious of a TikToker. I know they're not exactly millionaires, but they do make good money, right?
On today's episode of Men Are Delusional Part 500, the other day, my friend invited me on a quote-unquote, I wouldn't call it a double date, but she was on a date and he was with a friend, so they were like, call your friend. So I showed up just, doing service and being a good friend to my friend. So I show up, and of course I asked so many questions, and I'm like, hey, so blah blah blah, general questions. All of a sudden the guy, mind you, I thought this guy was like 39. Turns out he was 30. First red flag. Second red flag, balding.
Oh, I bet he had feet too. Another red flag. He must have had earlobes as well. Probably wear socks and clothes that fit. Aren't men just walking red flags? Although, when it comes to balding, I would ease up a bit when he was balding, cause princess, so are you. If your hairline goes even an inch towards the back of your head, flies may start coming in for a landing.
I pay for my own hair, nails, lashes, iced coffee. I talk to men how I want.
And I'm not anything if not supporting an empowered, strong and independent woman, but no, you can't say yes daddy in public.
I just crashed out.
but that comment may have just saved my life, and I'm gonna tell you why. I used to share everything online, like damn near literally everything, and then I stopped. And there's a few reasons why I stopped, but that's not why I'm here. The reason why that comment, that beautiful, innocent comment, and please don't feel bad for posting that comment because you honestly did just save my life. I haven't post-crash out so I can think clearly. Can I? I don't know. I'm still PMSing. But reason why all of a sudden I burst into tears over that comment was because it reminded me, and I might cry again, and I am PMSing, but just ignore it. The tears mean nothing. They're crocodile tears, okay? I don't even know why I'm crying. I hate crying. Anyways, comment reminded me that, hold on. Reminded me of the dream that used to be very important to me. It reminded me that I am in my 30s. Oh my God, this is so stupid. And this is an old dream. It doesn't even mean anything to me anymore, but it used to, and that's probably why I'm hysteric. I used to want to be married by 30, kid by 30, house by 30.
And now you've guessed that she's happier being single. She's crying because she's PMSing, not because she's happier being single. She's also crying because apparently they're the happiest demographic ever.
That's my mom putting gas because she got no man. Hey, get girl.
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.